Hello and welcome to video 11. Yes, we are still on the bounce back journey. I am your bounce back coach, Dr. Daphne, and I'm excited about the subject I am addressing today because over the years, this has been a part of my life that I needed to pay focus and great attention to. And that is my relationship with food. I was born and raised by a farming family. And growing up on the sunny island of Jamaica, I was accustomed, I did not know it at the time, but I was accustomed to be eating organic foods. I didn't know anything about organic foods until I came here to the United States of America and I began to pay attention to the way I eat. And you're getting older in life, I wanted to pay attention to eating more healthy and to be sure about what I was ingesting. So I started focusing on the different types of food and then speaking with some nutritionists and other people, learn about the amazing food called organic. And when I started to study what organic food was, I said, oh my God, my father was not an organic farmer, but there was no pesticides in the food I grew up on. There was no fertilizer or anything like that. So yes, I grew up on organic foods. And then I look back and I said, no wonder why my system is able to fight back against diseases and things like that. So I could look back at my humble beginnings, what people call poor beginnings, and I could say thank you for that foundation. I look back as at my early upbringing, and I look at my foundation as what I sometimes categorize as an Eiffel Tower being built or an Empire State Building being built. Because I look at the solid foundation that I got as a child growing up and now realize had it not been that way, I could have been knocked out with lots of diseases and different things like that. So, for that reason, I decide to speak with you today in this video about developing a healthy relationship with food. Develop a healthy relationship with food. Food is really not our enemy. Food is our friend. But oftentimes I speak with people about choosing the best food for themselves and for their family. And the first thing out of people's mouth would be to say, organic food is too expensive. And what's my reply to that? If you think organic food is expensive, you should try pharmaceutical drugs. What I have found out is that people who eat whole foods don't need as much to get the nutritional value that their body requires. When you eat the right foods, you don't have all the cravings because you're eating whole foods. So don't look for bulk and don't look for quantity, look for quality. When you eat quality, your energy will be at peak and You are not going to be hungry and craving for all of that. So instead of going out there and buy 24 items for $1, look where you can get 6 for $2.50. But you know that 6 is going to give you what your body needs. Don't eat to be full. Eat to nourish your body. I'm not going to go in depth now, but I want to direct you to go to my radio show, blogtalkradio.com /hyphen, Daphne Clarke-Hudson. There are 2 amazing episodes there by 2 psychology of eating coaches that you can listen to. It is not too late for you to start to do the right thing. A few years ago, I made a commitment to myself that I would start shopping at the farmer's market. And things that can be stored, things that can be freezed, I was going to freeze them. And you can do the same thing, because if you are not able to grow them, there are locally grown farms in all of our communities. And we can get our organic foods from there. We owe it to our system to feed it right. Our system needs the energy. So, develop a great relationship with food. When you eat your foods, be happy when you eat your food. Don't eat your food while you're working on the computer or when you're watching television. Enjoy your food so that every bite that goes into your mouth, you are enjoying it. You develop a relationship with your food. You know, when you clean your food in your kitchen, you talk to your food. When you go to the market to select your food, you talk to your food. Let the food know that you are happy for what it is about to do to your body. A lot of times some of my friends, they think I am crazy. They say, oh, you are too crazy. There you go talking to that lettuce again, or there you go talking to them green beans. I said yes, because they need to know that I appreciate them for what they're doing to my body. And I remember when I was growing up in Jamaica, everything we ate was freshly harvested. The bananas, they would start ripening on the bunch and they would not be cut down. You go and you pick off a ripe one and you eat it. The oranges, the mangoes, the star apples, the jackfruit, the oranges, the grapefruit, everything was freshly harvested. The staples, the ground provision. And yes, although we ate meat, but majority of the time we were eating vegetables, callaloo, bush cabbage, turnips, carrots, chocho. We would make pepper pot soup, lots of peas, gungo peas, red peas, lima beans. And looking back, yes, we were poor, but boy, were we getting nutrition in our system. And I just want to encourage you. Now it's the winter, and some, depending on where you are, it's challenging to get fresh foods. But watch out and look for the season that's coming up. What's in the spring? What's in the summer? And just harvest. I still have fresh frozen kale in my freezer that I'm using to make my kale drink every day. Because what I did, I bought the organic kale over the summer. I clean it, I wash it, and I freeze it in Ziploc bags. And I can still enjoy it now. It is just as fresh as when I bought it. So I pray that this will help you. This is Dr. Daphne, your bounce back coach. And we're still on this journey. There's so much that we need to do to make sure we have the stamina to bounce back in all the areas that we want to do. And eating right is one of those areas that will help us to get the strength, the muscles, and the stamina, to bounce back. So again, I want to ask you to connect with me on Twitter at Dynamic Daphne, Facebook.com Dynamic Daphne, and check my website out, Daphne Clarke-Hudson Empowers.com. And then you can be on my mailing list and we can stay really connected. So long, and I'll see you tomorrow with video 12. Love you guys. Bye now.